I hear men all the time going, I love the church, I love the church, I love the church, I love the church, church, I love the church. But when you look at their lives, they don't love the church, they love their ministry in the church. There's a big difference. It's a tremendous difference. How much do you love the church? I'll tell you how much you love the church. How much do you love the most difficult, non-growing believer in your congregation? That's how much you love the church. Or I'll talk to like missionary guys that are about to go out on the field, for some different missionary organizations and stuff. And I'll start off with, and they're good theological men. So I'll start off with, okay, what are you going to do when you get to the field? I mean, what's your plan? Well, and they're all church planners, because that's what missionaries do. They evangelize, they church plant. How do you plant a church? The same way you pastor one. You don't need strategies. You just need the Bible. But all of them will say the same thing. Well, I'm going to go into the country. I want to plant a church. And then from that church, I want to plant other churches. You say, well, what's wrong with that? Everything. You said, I thought you were about church planting. I am. But just think for a moment what you're saying and how it can get you off, very off. I'm going to plant a church so that using this church, working through this church, I can plant another church and another church and another church. Brothers, that's not why you plant a church. You plant a church because you love those people. And you want to feed them and you want them to grow. That's why you plant a church. If you plant a church in order to use that church as a means of planting another church, guess what? In time, you're going to become embittered against your church. Why? Because most of them aren't going to cooperate with your vision. You're going to spend most of your time just trying to keep marriages together. You're going to spend so much time discipling wayward children. You're going to spend so much time with people. It's literally the same question and the same problem for the last 20 years. And you're going to become embittered and angry and everything. Why? Because they're not cooperating with your vision. You have big things planned. So why do you start a church? You start a church because you love those people. And you want to feed those people. But, brothers, if you will, see, here's the thing. The kingdom is so invisible. It's so unapparent that if you will, I guarantee you, a man who has pastored 50 people, faithfully, loving them, preaching the truth to them, rebuking them, visiting them in the hospital, encouraging them, saving them time and time again, that in the end, his life will have impacted the kingdom of heaven far more than the visionary.